Hello, friends. I just I was just a part of this meditation healing event this past weekend with Kevin, um, Terry, JJ, and Debbie. They hosted this Zoom healing event on this past weekend, and it was pretty. It was an amazing experience. Maybe one that I'll share in time. Still processing um, what happened. It wasn't what I expected. It was amazing. There was it was very overwhelming, not in a bad way. Um, there was a lot of like, I guess you could say a lot of healing happened. Some people that I did see in the chat did express that, they felt some kind of way about something. Um, and it was a good thing. Um, but yeah, it was an amazing experience, one that I'm still processing some 3 days later. So um, the reason for this video was um, in preparation to that event, Kevin had sent out, I think it was 5 questions. And so I kind of sat with the questions. I guess it was to like maybe prep you and set the intent for the event. The event was a healing event, but I think it was probably to get you to like set your intention for what you expected or wanted to have happen as far as healing goes. And so I sat with some of the questions a few days before, and then I just let it go. I didn't answer them, but I just, read it and um, tried to absorb the question. And then the day of the event, as the event was happening, then I went through the questions. And one of the questions that was on, or that Kevin had asked, was, "What do you want to let go of?" And so that's the purpose of this video. I thought it was, I understand what he was asking, or what the ask is, like some kind of baggage or something that you want to release or something like that. But it was very interesting because in the moment of reading the question, which I already thought I knew the answer, was it was going to be like I have to dig through my past and find some big suitcase full of junk that is dragging me down or something like that. But as soon as I read the question and got quiet, it just felt like it was instantaneous, but maybe it wasn't. But as soon as I read the question, I got an answer, and it wasn't the answer I was expecting. And it just came to me like a rush of information. So I read it. What do you want to let go of? And I heard nothing. And then there was a pause, and the answer was nothing. And then it was, you don't want to let go of anything or nothing because everything that has happened is like, well, so it was basically two things. One was um, everything that has happened for you has brought you to this moment. And then the other thought, or part that came to me was, why would you want to let go of something that's a part of you, like that's you, that makes you? And so right there, obviously I go down the rabbit hole like, oh wow, that changes my thought on everything again, right? So I thought I like I said, I knew the answer that he was trying to pull out of us. And then, with those two thoughts that came to me like right away, um, I started thinking like, oh, are we looking at it the wrong way? As far as um like letting go. So like, oh, I have this anger from, my childhood where this bully beat me up or something, somebody pushed me down and I hurt my knee or, something like that, some kind of like trauma that we held on to. But it just seems like, we the longer I sit with all of this stuff, it's I do realize, like we do put these events in our life for effing growth opportunities, as Terry likes to say. Um, and so if I was to get rid of that, then do I remove the growth, right? Or if I could, right? So it it feels like there's this like push and pull of like letting go or like throwing aside, getting rid of, or transforming, right? Like, so you look at an event, and when Billy punched me in the stomach for no reason, I was mad at him, but do I look at it in a different light and say, "Oh wow, thank you for punching me in the stomach. Maybe next time I won't be such a jerk." uh, or I won't say bad things about you behind your back, Johnny, and then you won't come and trip me from behind and make me hurt my knee, or something like that. It's, it, it was just an interesting moment where I started to question uh, a belief pattern that, in a way, sounds good, but also it might not be correct. If you guys have some thoughts of like, do we really want to let go of stuff, or do we want to understand it as, or look at it as, why did I put this in my life path, right? Um, is this like, was this event that I hold in bad light something to help me grow as a soul, or something that I wanted to experience because I need to know what it feels like to get bullied because like I was a bully in the past life, or something like that, right? Or because I don't understand like cause and effect, like how me saying something bad about little Johnny causes a reaction in Johnny and I pay the physical consequence for it. So instead of like throwing away Johnny, I look at Johnny in a different light. And then that's the blessing. So it's like, do we want to throw away the blessing before we have received, well, actually, before we have received the understanding of that blessing? I don't know. Um, if you could share your thoughts, that'd be cool. I'm still actually uh, like, uh, I don't want to say come to terms, but processing that question, like of letting go. Like, is that real? Is that something that we really want to do? Is that advantageous to us? Or is that like throwing away a missed opportunity of, seeking some kind of transformation. Because I think I'm starting to feel like, is there any, like, there's always like that duality, the yin and yang, good and bad. Is there good and bad, or are things just, is it just is, like, whatever it is, it is. And obviously, like, we want to put things in a positive light, but is it just light? I don't know. I feel like I'm going down another rabbit hole now. Maybe I should just stop right here. Do we really want to let go? That was my question. That's something that I'm still trying to, like, I don't want to say come to terms with, but get a better understanding to figure out what I want my truth to be with that. But yeah, so if you could, sorry, if you could maybe share some of your thoughts in the comments below, uh, appreciate it. And I'll see you on the next one.